Hindustan, Bharat, India, a country in South Asia, the second most populous country, the seventh largest country by land area, and the most popular democracy in the world. Bounded by the Indian Ocean on the south, the Arabian Sea on the southwest, and the Bay of Bengal on the southeast. I welcome you to the culture of India. भारत के राज्य और उनका पहरावा। मीरू स्वागतम। धोती, कुर्ता, साड़ी, पंचा हमारा पहरावा। अभिनंदन। Gurdum Mashak is the traditional dress of Arunachal Pradesh. Let's move to Assam. Namaskar. Gomcha, dhoti and kurta is our traditional dress. Pranam. का हालबा। धोती, कुर्ता, आंचल सीधा है हमरा पहरावा। जय जयकार। लुटका एंड पोलका is Chhattisgarhi dress. Dioboro, welcome to Goa. Navwari are traditional clothes. સ્વાગત છે, આ અમારા પરંપરાગત કપડાં છે. राम राम, हरियाणा में थारा स्वागत है. झूले, welcome to Himachal Pradesh. Kurta, radhi and घाघरा लहंगा चोली are traditional clothes. जम्मू और कश्मीर की वादियों में आपका स्वागत है और इसका दूसरा नाम दुनिया पे स्वर्ग. नमस्कारम. If you want to enjoy some wildlife sanctuaries and dams, you must visit Jharkhand. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಉಡುಗೆ. ಹಾಲೋ, इतन नानलुते परंपरागतम वस्त्रधरम. नमस्कार, आपका मध्य प्रदेश में बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. नमस्कार, महाराष्ट्र आपले स्वागत आहे. Kumrumjeri, to the land of Manipur. Meghalaya, the abode of clouds, a paradise for nature lovers. Khalamache, Mizoram, our traditional dress, Panchul and Kavaranchi. Nagaland, the home to the hottest chili peppers in the world. Kematiacho, mu bulareachi. पंजा दरियावा दा आब. सत श्री अकाल. वेलकम टू पंजाब. खम्मा गनी, पधारो मारे देश में. सुप्रभात, यो हमरो दिव्य लुगो हो. तमिलनाटु कुरु वर्कु अन्ना. Welcome to Telangana. Our clothes are saris, langa woni, salwar kameez and pancha. शुभ कामना, ये है त्रिपुरा. सलाम वालेकुम, उत्तर प्रदेश में खुशामदी. Welcome to the Himalayas and the holy rivers of Uttarakhand. ओहे, इति आमदे traditional तिबाही पोशाका. Holi celebrates the arrival of spring, the end of winter, the blossoming of love, and for many, it is a festival day to meet others, play and laugh, forget and forgive, and repair broken relationships. The festival also celebrates the beginning of a good spring harvest season. It lasts for a night and a day starting on the evening of Purnima, falling in the Hindu calendar month of Palguna, which falls around middle of March in the Georgian calendar. The first evening is known as Holika Dahan or Choti Holi. In the following day as Rangoli Holi, Dulti, Dulandi, Ukali, Manjal Holi and many more. Holi celebration starts on the night before Holi with the Holika Dahan, where people gather, perform religious rituals in front of the bonfire, and pray that their internal evil be destroyed by the way Holika. Dussehra, also known as Vijayadashmi, is a major Hindu festival celebrated at the end of Navratri every year. It is observed on the 10th day in the Hindu calendar month of Ashwin, the 7th month of Hindu lunisolar calendar, which typically falls in the September and October. Vijayadashmi is observed for different reasons and celebrated differently in various parts of the Indian subcontinent. In the southern, eastern, northeastern, and some northern states of India, Vijayadashmi marks the end of Durga Puja, remembering goddess Durga victory over the buffalo demon to restore and protect Dharma. In the northern, central, and western states, the festival is called Dussehra. In these regions, it marks the end of Ram Leela and remembers God Rama victory over the Ravan. शांति अमन के इस देश से अब बुराई को मिटाना होगा। आतंकी रावण का दहन करने आज फिर राम को आना होगा। Diwali or Deepavali is a festival of lights and one of the major festivals celebrated by Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, and some Buddhists. The festival usually lasts 5 days and it's celebrated during the Hindu lunisolar month Kartika. It is between mid-October and mid-November. It is one of the most popular festivals of Hinduism. Diwali symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. The festival is widely associated with Lakshmi, goddess of prosperity, with many other regional traditions connecting the holiday to Sita and Rama, Vishnu, Krishna, Yama, Yami, Durga, Kali, Hanuman, Ganesha, Kubera, Dhanvantari, or Vishnukarma. Furthermore, it is in some religions a celebration of the day Lord Rama returns to his kingdom, Ayodhya, with his wife Sita. झिलमिल दियों की रोशनी और अपनों का प्यार, समेट लो सारी खुशियाँ सबका साथ। Guru Nanak Dev Ji Gurpurab, also known as Guru Nanak Prakash Utsav and Guru Nanak Dev Ji Jayanti, celebrates the birth of the first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak, one of the most celebrated Sikh Gurus and the founder of Sikhism. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is highly revered by Sikh community. This is one of the most famous festival in Sikhism. The celebration is generally similar for all Sikhs, only the hymns are different. The celebration usually commences with Prabhat Fairies. Prabhat Fairies are early morning processions that begin at the Gurdwaras and proceed around the localities singing hymns. Generally, 2 days before the birthday, a Khand Path, a 48-hour non-stop reading of the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book of the Sikhs, is held in the Gurdwaras. The day prior to the birthday, a procession referred to a Nagar Kirtan is organized. This procession is led by the Panch Pyaras, 5 beloved ones. They head the procession carrying the Sikh flag known as the Nishan Sahib and the Palki of Guru Granth Sahib. They are followed by terms of singers singing hymns and devotees sing the chorus. They are brass bands playing different tunes and gatka teams playing their swordsmanship through various material arts as mock battles using traditional weapons. The procession pours into the streets of the town, the passages covered with banners and gates and are decorated flags and flowers. For this special occasion, the leaders spreading the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. सतगुर नानक प्रगटया मिट्टी तुंद जग चानण होए Ganesh Chaturthi, also known as Vinayaka Chaturthi, is a Hindu festival celebrating the arrival of Ganesh to earth from Kailash Parvat with his mother goddess Parvati. The festival is marked with the installation of Ganesh clay idols privately in homes and publicly by Sri Bal Gangadhar Tilak, popularly known as Lokmanya Tilak in Pune in the year 1893 on elaborate pandals. Observations include chanting of Vedic hymns and Hindu texts such as prayer and worth, fasting, offering and prasad from the daily prayers that are distributed from the pandal to the community. Include sweets such as modak as it is believed to be favorite of Lord Ganesha. The festival ends on the 10th day after start when the idol is carried in public procession with music and group chanting, then immersed in a nearby body of water such as river or sea. In Mumbai alone, around 150,000 statues are immersed annually. Thereafter, the clay idol dissolves and Ganesh is believed to return to Mount Kailash to Parvati and Shiva. The festival celebrates Lord Ganesha as the god of new beginning and the remover of obstacles. Let's move to Indian food. Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Hyderabadi biryani, Arunachal Pradesh Apong Mung bean dosa, Assam Masoor Tenga Assami thali, Bihar Litti Chokha, Chhattisgarh Muhava and Bafuri, Goa fish curry, Gujarat Thepla, Haryana Kadai Pakoda, Himachal Pradesh Madra, Jammu and Kashmir Rogan Josh, Jharkhand Began Chop Thekua, Karnataka Biseli Bath, Kerala Sadhya, Madhya Pradesh Poha Jalebi, Maharashtra Vada Pav, Manipur Soyabean Airubuma, Meghalaya Joda with rice, Mizoram Zoo tea, Nagaland fermented bamboo shoots Exome soyabean, Odisha Chena poda, Punjab मक्की दी रोटी सरसों दा साग, राजस्थान दाल बाटी चूरमा, सिक्किम मोमोस, तमिलनाडु सपाडू, त्रिपुरा मुई बोरक, उत्तर प्रदेश कबाब्स, उत्तराखंड बाल मिठाई. Sikh wedding rituals. Haldi ki rasam. The Haldi ceremony is a ritual holy bath which is one of the pre-wedding ceremonies in India. Turmeric, holy and water are applied to both the bride and groom. The mixture is believed to bless the couple before the wedding. The chura or the bangle ceremony is an important pre-wedding ritual. Mehndi ceremony is an emotional shingar ceremony aimed at performing ritual beautifying the bride and groom. Sangeet ceremony is one of the most fun-filled traditional events. The ceremony is performed at the bride house few days before the wedding. Chako is Punjabi pre-wedding ceremony which includes singing and dancing. Punjabi wedding traditions are a strong reflection of Punjabi culture with ritual, song, dance, food and dress that have evolved over centuries. This is very important day for groom as well as the bride. They wear embroidered clothes and a lot of jewelries which make them feel royal. The bride wear a lehenga which is a three-piece dress. The groom matches the bride and wears same color sherbani which is also embroidered with crystals and stones. The term Lama is a spiritual term used for the union of Atma, bride, with the Paramatma, groom. Each Fera has a verse associated with it which describe the various stages of the marital love and the importance of a wedding. The Feras in a Sikh wedding are known as Lama and the count to be 4 in number. It represents elegance and purity. The Sikh wedding, religiously called as Anand Karaj, take place in a Gurdwara in the respected presence of Holy Book, the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The father gave groom's scarf in his daughter's hands as a promise from groom that he will always take care of his daughter for lifetime. The first verse हर पल दीला पर विरती करम तर दिया बलराम जियो. The second verse is हर दूज दिला सतगुर पुरख मिलया बलराम जियो. The third verse is हर तीज दिला मन चायो बियो बरगिया बलराम जियो. Last verse is हर चौथ दिला मन सहज बियो हर पिया बलराम जियो. The ribbon cutting ceremony is performed on wedding venue. Sister of bride storms the groom to enter the wedding venue and ask for money in exchange to see their sister. It is a fun ritual that is performed on the wedding venue, where the brothers of the groom and the sister of the bride teases each other. The most emotional and last ritual is Bidai, where bride leaves her house to go with groom and his family to spend rest of her life with them. Sikhism was brought to the world around 1469 by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the first of the 10th Guru. Guru Nanak Dev Ji brought the word of God to manifest upon earth through his hands and prayers, which are called Shabds. He inspired and uplifted humankind to live a life of truth, rightfulness, and spirituality. Hinduism is the world's oldest religion according to many scholars, with roots and customs dating back more than 4,000 years. Today, with about 900 million followers, Hinduism is the third largest religion behind Christianity and Islam. Islam is an Abrahamic monotheistic religion teaching that Muhammad is a messenger of God. It is the world's second largest religion with 1.9 billion followers of the world population, known as Muslims. Muslims make up a majority of the population in 51 countries. Islam teaches that God is one, eternal, independent, all powerful, and unique, and has guided humanity through prophets, revealed scriptures, and natural science. The primary scriptures of Islam are the Quran, believed to be the word of God, as well as the teaching and examples called the Sunnah. Christianity is the most widely practiced religion in the world with more than 2 billion followers. The Christian faith centers on belief regarding the birth, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Unity and diversity make India an example of a cultural society. Each region of the country, from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, present different customs and traditions. Unity in diversity is a characteristic feature of this beautiful nation and connects people in the bond of humanity and peace. Despite of having different religions, all people from different religions are living as one with peace and harmony. India does not only have these four religions, but there are a lot of religions present in India, and all people live as brothers and sisters in India. India is a country which is known to be very cultural throughout the world. However, the culture rooted deep in the country also have various problems. We are a country that has a prevalent problem of casteism. Casteism refers to discrimination based on the caste of a person. It is a great social evil that needs to be done away with. It is a responsibility to stop it from the country. Basically, the religious and social circles dictate casteism in India. Mostly people living in rural areas are facing this problem. This problem is centuries old and need time to be abolished completely. During the early times, the villages were segregated on the basis of their caste. They were made to live in separated colonies. Even the places for buying food or getting water was also separated from those of upper caste. For instance, the highest caste Brahmin never touched anything which belonged to a person of lower caste. Moreover, they were denied entry into temples as they thought them to be impure. When we look at the present scenario, the impact may not be as severe as in early periods, but it is still worrying. The people of upper caste are very much looked up to and given access to all amenities. Whereas, on the other hand, the people of lower caste are not given such respect in certain areas, even today. Sometimes they don't even get the same rights. Furthermore, intercaste marriage is considered such as a taboo. It is also almost a crime to marry someone who you love from the other caste. While casteism is a great social evil that must be fought against. We need to get rid of this unjust system. Moreover, it only exploits the lower caste sector and means on ruthless treatment. The lower caste people are working hard and making a place for themselves in society today. Gender inequality has been a social issue in India for centuries. That in many parts of India, the birth of a girl child is not welcomed. It is known fact too that discrimination starts from even before the girl child is born, and sometimes she is killed as a fetus. And if she manages to see the light of day, she is killed as an infant. which makes up the highly skewed child-sex ratio where for every 1,000 boys in India there are only 908 girls. In such a scenario, it is but obvious that for myriad reasons, many girls across the countries are forced to drop out schools. Norms have marked women as inferior to men. A girl child is considered a burden and is often not even allowed to see the light of the world. It is hard to imagine the states of affairs in the 21st century where women has proved to be strong leaders in every field possible. From wrestling to business, the world has been revolutionized. But and this discrimination continues in every aspect, be in education, health, protection, or participation. The girl child is always treated unequally. Indian society still hasn't been awakened to the importance of empowering the woman. The statistics still narrate a grim story of female foeticide, girl child discrimination, and gender biases. India is developing, but in spite of such progress, even today the girl child is discriminated against in most Indian households. The birth of a baby boy is celebrated with great pomp and ardor, but the birth of girl child is received with dismay. The practice Domestic abuse is an incident or pattern of incident of controlling, threatening, degrading, and violent behavior, including sexual violence in the majority of cases by a partner or ex-partner, but also by a family member. It is estimated that 50,000 transgender lives in India. They are people who do not identify as men nor women. Hijras live in communities and they have their own culture that has more than 4,000 years of antiquity. In modern India, Hijras often live a ghetto-like existence in their own communities, which is called Gharna. They make a living by dancing and celebrating in births and marriage ceremonies of people. Kuthandavar Festival. Kurgam is a village in the Telku located at distance of 25 km from Velampuri district, Tamil Nadu. It is famous for its annual festival of transgender and individuals which takes place for 18 days in the Tamil month of Chitrai, April-May at the temple of Lord Irvan. Transgenders and cross-dressers from all over India and neighboring countries visit this festival.
ரொம்ப கல்ச்சரலா பல நூற்றாண்டுகளா இங்க திருநங்கைகள் வாழ்ந்ததுக்கான இலக்கியங்கள் என்ன பல நூறு ஆதாரங்கள் வந்து இங்க இருக்கு.
People is coming to every year for the all transgender in doing in marriage, so I will go to marriage.
அதனுடைய நிமித்தமாக தான் நம்மளுடைய மிகப்பெரிய இந்தியாவுடைய மிகப்பெரிய இதிகாசங்கள்ல ஒன்றான மகாபாரத போர், அந்த போர் நடத்தும் போது அரவான்கிற அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு அர்ஜுனன் அண்டு நாகக்கண்ணிக்கு மகனாக பிறந்த அரவானை வந்து பலி கொடுக்குறாங்க. அப்போ வந்து அவர் 2 கோரிக்கை வைக்கிறாரு. அந்த கோரிக்கையில் ஒன்று வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, நான் வந்து மணமாகாமல், அதாவது பேச்சுலராக நான் வந்து சாகக்கூடாது, எனக்கு வந்து கல்யாணம் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நான் பலி கொடுக்க ரெடியாக இருப்பேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு. அதன் நிமித்தமாக கிருஷ்ணர் வந்து மோகினி அவதாரம் எடுத்து கூத்தாண்டவரை கல்யாணம் பண்ணி.
Actually, we are very happy today because one thing, really once we are coming to Kuvagam for this festival. We are getting married over here. Then tomorrow we are going to cut this. So we will cry and then we will get a bit sad,
இது ரெண்டுமே வந்து கிருஷ்ணர் ஒத்துக்கிட்டு அவரை பலி கொடுக்குறாங்க.
So we will cry and then we will get a bit sad,
இது ரெண்டுமே வந்து கிருஷ்ணர் ஒத்துக்கிட்டு அவரை பலி கொடுக்குறாங்க. அவரை கிருஷ்ணரே மோகினியா இருந்து கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கிறாரு. அதன் நிமித்தமா நாங்களும் கிருஷ்ணருடைய அவதாரமா.
Here's a video that will explain the Indian politics.
Democracy. It was first introduced by Athenians in Greece during 5th century BCE. Cleisthenes, a political figure of Athens, born in 570 BCE, is known as the father of Athenian democracy. Out of all countries in the world, 123 countries are democratic countries. Modern democratic governments are classified into two types of government systems. First one is parliamentary and second one is the presidential system. India is one of the biggest democratic nations in the world and it follows parliamentary system. So hi guys, this is Prateek and you are watching Eclectic. So first question arises, why parliamentary? Why not presidential? The answer is diversity. India is known for its social and cultural diversity. There are approximately 3000 castes and 9 recognized religions in India. Then there are different languages. Even formation of states in India after independence took place based on languages. Many states of India even have their own official languages. So for dividing the power of decision making or law making in such diverse nation can only be achieved by parliamentary system, which is also known as the Westminster system, which is developed in United Kingdom. In parliamentary system, executive is always responsible to the legislature. Executive in simple word means a person or a body who implements or executes a plan. A person who takes action. In government, they have responsibility of governance and implementing laws. Prime Minister and his cabinet ministers are executives, and civil servants play an important role in implementing executives' decisions. Legislature means the assembly, in simple words parliament, who makes law. Indian legislature has two legislative bodies, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Legislative bodies like Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha pass or make laws and Prime Minister and his cabinet implement those laws. They take action. So that is the meaning of executive. Prime Minister plus cabinet of ministers. They are responsible for the legislature. You can notice in the parliamentary sessions, members of parliament question Prime Minister regarding his policy and governance.
Must answer in this house whether the cabinet committee for security took this decision or not. The Prime Minister must also explain why this contract was taken away from HAL and the youngsters.
And he has to answer all those questions because he is responsible to legislature. All members of parliament are part of the legislature. President of India, on the other hand, is nominal executive. President has to take advice from Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. There are three parts of Indian Parliament: Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the President. So let us start with Lok Sabha. Let us break the explanation down to three main points. First one, election. Second one, structure. Third one, working. Let us start with first point, election. Lok Sabha is also known as the House of the People because people of India directly elect Lok Sabha members. Election system used in their election is first past the post system, but it is merely a voting method in which voters choose the candidate of their choice by voting. Member of Lok Sabha must be above 25 years of age. Lok Sabha member has the fixed term of 5 years. Now the structure. Article 81 of the Indian Constitution deals with the structure of Lok Sabha. The maximum number of seats allotted by the Constitution to Lok Sabha is 552. Currently there are 545 members of Lok Sabha in India. 543 are the elected through elections from Indian states and union territories, and the President of India appoints 2 people on the remaining 2 seats. There are specific numbers of seats allocated to each state and union territory based on only one factor, and that is population. The larger the population of state, more the number of seats are allocated to that state. That is the reason Uttar Pradesh has more number of seats in Lok Sabha because it is the largest Indian state by population. Now working. After the general election, these Lok Sabha members elect one person from Lok Sabha as their speaker, and to help speaker, they elect 2 other people as deputy speakers. Speaker maintains discipline during the sessions of Lok Sabha. Indian Prime Minister is the head of Lok Sabha, and Lok Sabha has the term of 5 years. However, it can be dissolved before 5 years under some circumstances. Only President can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the advice of Prime Minister. For example, in the year 2004, APJ Abdul Kalam dissolved the Lok Sabha on the advice of that time's Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Now let's go up to the upper house, Rajya Sabha. Elections. Members of State Legislative Assembly elect the Lok Sabha members. So yes, it means Rajya Sabha members are not directly elected by voters or public, but instead they are directly elected by the representatives sent by people to the State Legislative Assembly, which is also called Vidhan Sabha. The President of India nominates 12 people in Rajya Sabha. Structure. The maximum number of seats allocated by the constitution to Rajya Sabha is 250. Currently there are 245 members in Rajya Sabha. Out of 245, 233 members are chosen by State Legislative Assembly. President of India appoints remaining 12 members. He appoints these 12 members on the basis of their special knowledge or their contribution in fields like art, literature, social work or sports. In Indian politics, people and politicians also call it a backdoor entry. Mr. Subramanian Swamy is an excellent example of this appointment by President. He is nominated as a person of excellence in economics and academics. Indian President once appointed cricketer Sachin Tendulkar, where Sachin served as a member of parliament for 6 years. Working. Vice President of India is the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, whereas Lok Sabha members elect deputy chairperson from themselves. Rajya Sabha member has the term of 6 years and his or her age must be above 30 years. Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house of the parliament because it cannot be dissolved completely. In every 2 years, 1/3 members get retired, means 1/3 members of Rajya Sabha face re-election every 2 years. Now let me tell you one funny incident. In 1952, the first Rajya Sabha session was held. Now 2 years after that, there was a serious question, how do we decide who is going to retire? So for first couple of times, it was decided by the lottery system. Now the third factor or part of Indian parliamentary system is President. President of India is a component of Parliament under Article 60 and Article 111. Members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha elect the President of India. He serves for the term of 5 years. President's responsibility is to examine the laws and bills passed by the Parliament.